Hey guys, good day and energy to everybody. So in this video, I just want to talk a little bit about, the quote or the scripture, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper," and why I think it is extremely important. I mean, all of the, there's a lot of really wonderful, meaningful, and good and important quotes, and every moment has got a different, time and reason and value. So each quote is appropriate for each moment, I suppose. So no one is really better than the other. But the time that we're living in, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, I think is, very powerful. And also just for my life and what I'm going through right now, it's a phrase, it's a saying, it's a scripture that I find a lot of, inspiration and hope and encouragement and meaning and purpose to persevere and to continue on. And, it's not an easy one either, because for me, how it relates to my life, I guess most, what pops into my mind when I think of that quote in my life is how I've been having trouble breathing, lately. It's gotten better the past few months, but starting sometime in the winter, I started having, just raspier breaths, just, not being able to catch as much air in each breath or, absorb as much air. Um, it was very disconcerting, it's, not being able to breathe and then I've got, a dog, little bear, to take care of all the time. And, I'm trying to take care of the dog and I can't breathe. I'm getting stressed out. And it was, it was a nightmare for a while. It still is very challenging to this day. Thankfully, I've quit smoking cigarettes, and that's been a couple of months, so my lungs have gotten better. My kratom consumption has also gone down drastically, which I think might have been almost the biggest. I don't know, I'm sure that, there's a multitude of things working together that usually cause a sickness. But I do know that, taking large amounts of kratom is not good for your respiratory system. Especially because this is something I didn't know before I started taking it. Also something, if anybody takes herbs or anything, you should look into it, the heavy metal content, because a lot of these herbs that they sell, especially if they're not sold specifically for human consumption, they can have a lot of heavy metals. I'm not exactly sure. I assume it has something to do with the soil or the processing, but they can have a lot of heavy metals. So yeah, heavy metals are not good. Not good on a number of different reasons. They're gonna help draw in they're just gonna make you more of a magnet for heavy, dark, negative energy in a sense, and they're gonna just block up your flow, your healthiness. So heavy metals is not good for the human body. But anyway, so that's what happened with the kratom and the cigarettes, and then yeah, I started having difficulties breathing, and initially I kind of freaked out a little bit more than I probably, I kind of thought I was dying. I was like, I'm probably not gonna make it. I was still kind of taking a lot of kratom. I was down. I fell into a downward spiral. I just lost a good friend to drinking alcohol not too long ago. Crazy stuff was going on with my brother and friends, and COVID thing was going on. It was just a whole mixture of things coming together at one, and on top of that, I'm having trouble breathing. And, based on what I know and what I've learned, I know I've done all this to myself. There's nobody to blame but me, and then, that just kind of, I'm aware of that, but at the moment when you're weak and you feel bad and you don't like where you're at, you want to try to blame, you want to try to, say poor, pity me, and, pull out that violin and, do your pity song and all that. And, I did a little bit of that, definitely did my share of sulking and all this and that. But as I began to heal, as I began to start taking less, as I began to quit smoking cigarettes and to stay positive and to, pay my attention into things that were good for me and, more loving in nature and not so dark and hateful and low vibrational in frequency, I started to feel better, slowly but surely. My breath got better. I started to have more energy. I wasn't as woozy. I wasn't as dizzy. I started to be able to smell things a little bit more. But on top of all that, back to the quote about "no weapon formed against me shall prosper," I think the most, I don't know about using the most, but what I, I prospered from that greatly, because before that I had lost an appreciation for life. I had lost an appreciation for love. I was taking kratom at such a high consumption, and so often it was just kratom. Like I was turning into just a kratom plant. There was no me. It was all just, take this thing to help, deal with this, experience, and then, maybe put on a movie or watch a show, or just some type of escapism to not want to deal with the moments and what I'm going through. And I continued to feed, that was my diet for a good couple of months, and I started to feel myself losing touch with God, losing touch with, with what I really cared about, with what I felt comfortable standing up for, with what I felt comfortable speaking up for. Like, you start to lose the ability to even want to speak or be able to speak on these things that you used to be able to speak on. You can really lose your connection to your heart, to your love, to your passion. If you don't take care of that flower, if you don't nurture love, if you don't nurture your garden, your temple, you lose your good connection to it, So, and I guess that's what I've come to find. I'm starting to regain a good connection to my temple. I'm starting to regain a good connection to my passion. I'm starting to regain a good connection to my breath and the ability to speak and to breathe and to want to enjoy life, without needing to consume, things so abusively, and destroy myself so severely, and to live in that type of a dark, depressive state of just trying to escape from everything and not dealing with your obstacles, essentially succumbing to weakness, which is what I had to go through, which is what I had to go through in order to, to hit my point of like, okay, enough is enough. I can't keep, killing myself and, doing these things I really don't want to do, and feeling this emptiness and continuing to dig down and farther and deeper into the darkness. Enough is enough. I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. And then you start to climb towards the light, and then it's just however you feel and flowing with that, you can, go and soar if you want. So anyways, I think that's just what I want to try to say with this video is, just remember, whatever you're going through, it's there for a reason. It's there to teach you. It's there to show you contrast. It's there to help you grow to be more. It's there to help teach you about love and evil, help you manifest and also teach about the dangers of demanifestation. They're both very serious. So, just be wise in where you pay your attentions to, okay? All right, guys, I see you right there. I had to take a deep breath, but, things are getting better. So progress is good. Progress before perfection. That's always been my thing. As long as I'm making steps towards a better place than I was, I'm feeling good about myself. So, all right, I love you guys. Hope you guys are doing good. All right, see you later. Bye.